Remember a couple of years ago when everybody was talking about this book? Well, I finally got around to it and I have thoughts. Today we're talking about The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. I don't know how to say that name. It's a novel, obviously. It was written fairly within the past few years, although it's starting to age a bit. 2021. I remember this damn cover was just everywhere, and everybody was talking about it. And it's the best-selling author of The Silent Patient. Alex Michaelides was he's a writer he is raised in Cyprus with a Master of Arts in English Literature from Trinity College. He looks pretty damn young, and his writing does seem a little bit sophomoric. It was okay. It was okay. I wasn't crazy about this book. I think I put it somewhere between 2 and 3 stars. I don't mean to be harsh. I really don't. I mean, if you're young and, but he had a lot of success. So I don't feel too bad about being really honest about this. I guess the atmosphere I liked the most. He did that Dark Academia thing, which I really want to read more of. Like my home base for that sort of thing, where I think it was just perfect. Of course, it was fitting for the time, was Sherlock Holmes. I'm a big fan of Sherlock Holmes. I'm a big fan of Dark Academia and the whole university vibe and more tweed is what I say. So you definitely get that. I think he could have doubled down on it. That's where one of my criticisms would be. You got the ancient Greek lore sort of playing a central role in this story, which again fits right into your Dark Academia. It's a whodunit novel, which is always fun. I think it's difficult to pull off a whodunit nowadays, because the goal with a whodunit is how far do you put the perp away from the main character. If you put it too far off, then people are like, well, it could have been anybody, and there were no clues. But then at the same time, if you put the perp, really close proximity to the main character, then you think, well, they were doing everything they could from hiding the obvious. And then, of course, there's everything in between. I just think that it's a category that's very difficult to stand out and to pull that off really well, so that nobody is anticipating who the perp is and then feeling ripped off at the end. Am I touching on something right here? Like, please tell me if I'm onto something with saying that. But yeah, whodunits are really hard to kind of nail. I would say his plot twist was really good. That was well executed. There was sort of, I guess you would call it a continuity issue that I had with this book. Now, I'm going to try to explain what I mean without giving you a spoiler, because I don't want to spoil this for anybody who's not gotten around to it yet. At the end, there's a bit of evidence that comes out to the main character, and she's in utter disbelief. The problem is the nature of the evidence that comes out. She should have not really been in disbelief, because, well, it contains the handwriting of the person that she knew, and she would have known what that person's handwriting would have been. She definitely would have. So that disbelief seemed, how do I analogize this? It's kind of like going to Star Wars with a Star Wars expert, right? Once you see how they generated those laser sounds by, tapping on a chain link fence, that sound will always be artificial to you, and so when you see that reused in another video, it becomes like making love to a plastic woman. You know what I mean? You could see through what the author was doing, and it was kind of poorly executed in that way. Again, I don't want to be too harsh on him. He is younger. Otherwise, I mean, it did keep my attention. It wasn't a waste of time or anything like that. It wasn't a DNF. It was nothing like that. But I do have some thoughts on it that it could have been better executed. This was, straight ahead crime novel. It'll be interesting to see how this author matures. He's already released more than me, obviously. I'm not an author, but I am a reader, and a literary critic. So I guess that's what you line up for when literary critics get your book, is some are going to be very honest about it. Anyway, I don't think I have too much more to say about this without giving out too many spoilers. Let me know what you thought. I know that this got a lot of commercial success. I saw this book just bloody everywhere. It was, you couldn't turn around without seeing it. So I'm interested to know, like, what was I missing? Or did you have the same sort of reaction that I had to it? I'm not going to say don't read it, but, there's so much better out there, in my opinion. I guess we'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Hey everyone, I hope you liked this video. If you want more like the one you just watched, click the suggested video on this screen. Make sure you subscribe, and to connect with me on my other platforms, my handles are linked below in the description, alright? Take care, peeps. Till next time.